Danny is supposed to be married to his fiancée Veruca. However, just an hour before the wedding, Danny overhears Veruca talking about her affair with another man and that she is only getting married to him because he is about to become a wealthy cardiologist. Danny walks away sobbing and goes to a bar to drink his sorrows away. While at the bar, something sort of a miracle happens to him. With the ring on his finger, Danny is able to make up a sob story about his failed marriage and eventually nails a hot chick, much to the surprise of everyone. Danny soon masters the power of his wedding ring, and 22 years down the line, he still uses it as a way to get to bed with young girls. In addition to that, he is a successful plastic surgeon who vowed never to be committed to any relationship. However, at one of the parties he occasionally attends, he meets Palmer, a young 23-year-old who they hit it off with so well. Danny doesn't even use the ring in her case, and eventually, they get intimate. Things though take an unplanned turn when Palmer finds Danny's wedding ring in his pants. She gets mad at him thinking that he is married and walks away, telling him not to ever contact her. But Danny becomes incapable of letting her go as he feels he connected better with her than anyone he has ever met. He goes back to her and comes up with a story about he and his wife splitting up. Palmer though demands to see his wife so she can get everything straight. As a result, Danny is forced to ask his secretary and friend Katherine to pose as his ex-wife. Reluctantly, Katherine agrees to it and the three all meet up. Katherine tells Palmer that she is okay with the two pursuing their relationship. Palmer thus feels relieved believing that Katherine is Danny's ex-wife. However, when Palmer learns that Katherine has kids, she does believe that they are Danny's and tells him she wants to meet them too. Danny is again forced to sweet-talk Katherine's kids to pretend to be his kids just so Palmer would believe him. He even offers to pay them to pretend to be his kids, which they do agree to. Danny makes up their names to Kiki D and Bart and then introduces them to Palmer. While having lunch together, Bart decides to blackmail Danny into taking him to Hawaii, knowing very well that he won't reject in Palmer's presence. As such, Danny is forced to oblige and organizes a family trip for the five of them to Hawaii. They are also joined by Danny's cousin, who pretends to be Katherine's boyfriend. To maintain their cover, Danny and Katherine are forced to bring him with them. While in Hawaii, Danny is kind of considering marrying Palmer as he seems to be looking into engagement rings. Meanwhile, Katherine decides she can't take the lies anymore and tells Danny she is leaving and taking her kids with her. She does however run into one of her high school friends named Devlin. Devlin brags about her perfect life and how wealthy she is. To keep up with her, Katherine decides to pretend that Danny is her husband and the two continue with their lies. The five all seem happy together, exploring the highland on various occasions. For instance, they go hiking and agree to put smiles on their faces so they can ensure that Palmer never finds out the truth. In addition to that, Danny also takes the kids golfing to try and prove to Palmer that he is good with kids. The bond between Danny and Katherine does though seem to get more intense, and Katherine indirectly confesses it. As such, Katherine gets devastated when Palmer tells Danny that they should get married the next day. Katherine and Devlin once again meet up for drinks and Katherine comes clean about her being a single mom of two and that she is not married to Danny. Devlin too comes clean about divorcing her husband and her line of work. Once Devlin leaves, Danny comes back and confesses the love that he too has for Katherine. The film concludes with Danny and Katherine being happily married. Palmer too meets a different guy, which she kind of seems happy about.